Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Royal Leader. So yeah, we're having a tough time here in the pocket. But anyways, I came up with a new tactic. So right now we have a fleet here guarding the support or the supply chain these guys are getting. I don't know how much it's helping. There's only 6 divisions left. There was like 20 something when we engaged them in the first place. But anyway, I have this medium tank division along with the infantry divisions. Gonna deploy these guys, make it an army, attach it to the army group 1, which is the one operating in Norway. I'm gonna have these guys have a front line with Finland. So no matter how this ends, hopefully we can get them to help. If not, they will have to keep the pocket there forever. Right, large ships in low strength. We will pull out our fleet eventually.
Zeigt es ihnen!
When the time for that comes, and combine it together with the
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
new fleet we have managed to build. Some heavy cruisers, destroyers, submarines coming up here, and we will have them operating before the war starts against Soviet Union here in the upper Baltic Sea. Hopefully we can take out the Soviet fleet here. So we are capping in army experience. So I'm thinking, should we research something? Support anti-tank? How useful would that be? Doesn't increase anything else except the HP. So I don't find that very useful right now. How about something else here from support companion? Support companions. Maybe logistics, recovery rate. Supply usage minus 10%, that's not bad. Fuel usage minus 5%. This must actually be good, especially in the tank divisions. Let's research that.
Befehle!
And then I'm gonna construct, right after I'm done with everything else, full infrastructure in Norway. Or at least close to full. Hold on. Infrastructure there. Then, after that, if I even have time for it anymore, let's also get some NCR to the border against Russia. Like that. Alright, you know what, guys? The pocket is taken care of now. Did that cause any loss? I guess it did quite a lot. Even though it was a big war against the United Kingdom. I lost 215,000 just here in Norway and Sweden to the British. They lost plenty of units too. They're at 1 million soon. So now I might as well do a small trick here, which is deploy these couple of panzer divisions I have, cancel the recruitment of any new ones,
Alright.
and select half of the current divisions, put them in an army, attach the tank divisions in it, attach them into this army group, and create a new front line for the whole army group. So I have 3 armies here, which are actually pretty good. Then we should some bombers in the Alpine region. We should rearrange our air fleets, but there's not really any airfields here, so I'm thinking there is here in Norway and it can operate in Finland. Let's put these 400 support planes in Norway, but additionally insert hold on, wrong buttons. 200 fighters, no, 250 fighters and 100 heavy fighters. That should be able to operate in southern Finland. Now, can we build the air base here? Is it ever gonna be ready? I don't know. Maybe. If not, then we'll have to go and operate there without an air fleet. Now, the ones I have one here in Yugoslavia. It will move to the Balkan region. It consists of 550 support planes, 200 heavy fighters. We'll add some from the reserves, some 200 older fighters, 200 new fighters. Merge. But hold on, not how this 950. Oh yeah, the fighters. Yeah, 950 fighters, 200 heavy fighters, 200 tactical bombers. What about the support planes? I don't know. We'll have them operating here. Then add another 200 close air support. $100 heavy fighters. Or some old fighters. We also have so many naval bombers. We should do something with them soon. And strategic bombers. Could add just old interwar fighters. How many fighters does that give us? 200. These will have operating in Ukraine. Hold on, no. Like this, close air support if we have to defend. But this other air fleet will operate behind enemy lines in Ukraine. Now, so we have these 1,000 here. They will operate in Finland, air superiority, interception, close air support. And should I bomb England? Now that I maybe can. Maybe we should just drop the strategic bombers in here. There's 264 strategic bombers here, even more, 295. And then we have 280 fighters. That's maybe not enough. Deploy all the rest of the fighters if we have any. Not even heavy fighters. Well, then what we are gonna do is move 200 fighters from here in there and 100 fighters from here in there. We also have these guys. It's tactical bombers. Let's put everybody operating. Or should I move one fleet out? This one to the eastern line? Yeah. And these units, 480 tactical bombers, 480 fighters, 80 close air support, and here almost 300 strategic bombers. Will have strategic bombing as a mission, and then all the fighters in with air superiority, interception, strategic bombing. Now we'll see what happens. We might lose some units here, or some airplanes. But now we have the air here in Ukraine and Balkans secured. This air fleet with 300 fighters, 200 close air support and 100 tactical bombers will defend the Baltic states. Close air support, interception and air superiority. Alright, how goes the war? Bomb as much as you can. We can also modify an airplane. We are capped in air experience. So maybe the heavy fighter could use some upgrading. Don't have that coming up in the researches either. So yeah, let's give the heavy fighter some additions. Reliability, range, engine, weapons. Reliability, weapons, engine. That works out. And we'll start producing them. Like that. Don't you think that works?
Angetreten.
Here I'm not gonna go defensive. I don't even see any Russians on the front line here. Yeah, we will have an offensive line going all the way here when the war starts. Should work out great. Finland should capitulate in the meanwhile. Yep, they will have that. We'll attach a field marshal here. Organization first. Gunther von Kruger.
Zuhören.
I will call this the Nordic army group. Well, this is the Eastern army group. Then we of course have a large army here, still in France. And then we have a lot of
Achtung!
military police units everywhere.
Zuhören!
There's the resistance map. Pretty good. Slowly coming up with everything we need. So I'm thinking, should I oh man, it's just so much destruction here. Should I put the naval bombers in here? While I'm also thinking we could put, since we now have so many of them, could put 250 and into the Baltic Sea with naval strike as a mission to disrupt the Soviet fleet, which will be operating from Leningrad. It seemed like last time I deployed those naval bombers, they didn't do anything. They just lost planes here. So I don't know how useful they are. $2,000 enemy fighters. It's gonna be a tough battle. $600 fighters from Italy, protecting the Benelux. Very good, thank you for that. I'm figuring, do I need more fighters in here? Do I have any more fighters? We actually got some Saab naval bombers from Sweden. I think these are captured after the war. Very good. Saab still producing fighters until this day, if you didn't know that. A Swedish manufacturer. Our average air defense is lower than the agility is higher, speed is higher. And we are just losing a bunch. If we can get rid of those enemy fighters in there, we might have a chance. But you know, maybe anyway, it would be best to not attack them. Click to attach the selected air wings to the army. What does that give me?
Befehle?
Oh, let's not do that.
Zuhören! Bereit!
Done. Let's just move these air units. These can go in here. And this air fleet can go in here. Now as we produce some fighters, we'll have those protecting the fatherland. anyways, what do we have here? 480 fighters, 100 heavy fighters, tactical bombers. And immediately after that we are being bombed. So might as well send some fighters back here, operating in here. Interception, air superiority. Here we have bombers, tactical bombers, close air support. We'll have them operating in Belarus, close air support and strategic bombing. Don't really have any fighters here. They should protect maybe here, the front lines, close air support. The fighters can work on interception. But you know what I have lots of? I have lots of Stukas still. So where should they be deployed? In here? $300 Stukas. Then operate me here, close air support. I don't know. Anyways, now there's no fighters at all here. Although I just moved a bunch of fighters in there. Right now they are in North France. Let's go intercept them. There's construction going. Pretty good. We're getting there. It's nice we got the pocket out of the way here. Now our plans seem very effective. If we can hold the defensive line here, which I think we will, or I'm hopeful. Look how much free manpower we have, and we haven't even fully mobilized yet. We are at 7%, we will cap at 10%, and we have 1.3 million units. Reintegrate Luxembourg and Alac-Lorraine. Maybe we should start getting befriend Japan, but we are already... No, let's get that one. After that we can get the war with USSR. No, after all, there's a lot of assembly line production. Let's get concentrated industry 4. I mean, Japan declared war on the Dutch East Indies. Alright, Japan has got Norway. United States joined the United Kingdom. Alright, that could be new problems. And now it's somehow lagging a little with these wars. It's two different wars, but actually like the German-Swedish war is where the Japan is also with us. Alright, United Kingdom has got Greece, Belgium, so Japan declared war on everybody. And we are now also at war with the United States. Alright, so they finally got involved in the war. Are my submarines operating? No. Non-aggression pacts with the Asian countries, sure. But I have a lot of defenses here. They can try and calm if they want. Actually, the next thing I might want to build is coastal forts. Hold on. Construction. Coastal forts. Man. Coastal forts. Alright, so United States are now officially in the war too. Let's see how much that changes things. Alright, so this is the Asian war, which is going on. And now this is the whole Europe, Italy, but Asia, Japan is there as an ally. I don't know if, or United States has killed 220,000 units of Japan already few days into the war. Where's that happened? Same with Manchukuo. United States herself lost only 20,000. Is it through naval war? Benelux. Non-aggression pact from Manchukuo, yes. I mean, let's go back into this war. Japan is losing so many units now. But to who? Can't really see what's going on. Seems to be no fighting in these islands. Or maybe it's volunteers. I don't know, I'm just waiting. Right, military police is ready to be deployed when needed. Now we have 2 million free manpower and only at 7.7%. So still a lot to go. What about production? Airplanes, weapons coming up. Focke-Wulfs coming up. New Stukas. Tactical bombers, alright. Got the Tiger. That was the heavy tank. Let's get the Hummel. The artillery modification of the medium tank. Now where should we put Tigers in? Let's have 5 factories. But now I want everything, all of my fleet spawning here in Mecklenburg, where they are safe. Also, yeah, let's pull back this navy. get it in this port. One of the heavy cruisers is about to sink. But so yeah, the heavy tank in Panzer divisions. Gives so much minus on the max speed. Don't know if it's useful. How about the medium tank? Could be useful. Then we'll have to give it some motorized infantry here too. And this could maybe be the heavy tank artillery, which is called the Storm Tiger. I'm not doing the anti-tank or anti-air modifications of the tanks. I don't feel that to be necessary at this point. Anyway, how many tanks do we need to, heavy tanks do we need to produce now after getting them in all of our medium tank divisions? Some little under 1,000. You know what? Full factory is working on that. We'll take that away from artillery and the second line of production of Focke-Wulfs and a second line from the infantry regiment. Now, yeah, now we should have about a full 15 factories working on Tigers, but that's not gonna be enough. I think we need some more of those. Let's take one line away from the strategic bomber, the Heinkel Greif. Right, we got the befriend Japan. Let's get the war with USSR.
Zuhören!
Right, now the fleets are here. Let's how can I merge these two? Merge the selected task forces. Did that work? I guess so. We'll give them some time to repair. Then we'll head them up in the upper Baltic Sea. Some of these have sunk nicely, some ships, but not everybody. Alright, we got the ground support integration. Tactical bomber strategic bombing plus 10%. Battlefield support air superiority plus 20%. Alright, I'm gonna spend 100 air experience on that to make it faster. I have so much of that. We're getting it all the time. Hold on, I have this one air fleet in Italy too. Oh man, I've almost forgotten about this. 600 fighters. We'll get them operating in Białystok, and then we'll have 300 of the fighters in Baltic states, and 300 here in Eastern Poland. You see here there's 270 out of 300 in this air fleet. That's because they have lost 30. They are coming up as soon as we produce them. $72, $74. So we're producing pretty nicely. Still the Swedish capital of Gotland here. I don't think it's important in any other way than it can harbor some enemy fleets. But elsewhere I think it's not any threat. Right, all of these air fleets will use so much fuel when we get into war. Hopefully we'll have enough. Alright, we got the Hummel. Let's replace the Grille with the production of Hummel. I'd like some factories working on that. We'll take some away from the fighters. Put it into working on upgrading the Hummel. Then got 2 new researchers. Should we get the Storm Tiger? Might as well. Then Land Doctrine. All infantry, organization plus 10. And I'm gonna spend 100 army experience in it, so we get it a little quicker.
Achtung!
How are we doing on construction? Coming up with all these buildings. Alright, we got the logistics company. How much would a logistics company help here? Lower organization. Not much. It wouldn't help almost anything, in my opinion. Let's try the maintenance company. No, that's more for the tanks. Maybe the logistics company is useful. Let's get the field hospital. Let's try here in the Panzer division what a logistics company could do. Lowest organization, lowest supply use, and fuel usage. I'm not saying it's the best thing, but we could get it. And then also we could get some motorized infantry here to increase the organization. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if we need to produce some cars because of that. Yeah, we need some 1800. Let's get some from the... Yeah, we're now from the airplanes into producing cars. Yeah. Alright, need to stop here, guys. When we get back, we are closing in on war with Russia. We'll see how it ends up. Alright, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I'm World Leader.